Hey guys, what's up? Two Wheel Turbine, long time no see on the KTM 1290 Super Duke R. I've been making a few other videos with some different bikes and cars and stuff like that, but I know a lot of my subscribers are subscribed solely for this bike, so you know, I can't just neglect you guys, and this thing has been neglected recently, and that's kind of what inspired today's video topic. Is the KTM 1290 Super Duke R less fun? That's right, less fun than the baby 390 Duke. And what really sparked me to make this video is recently I've been getting all these different pit bikes, CRF 100, let's see, Kawasaki KX65, KX85, little 125cc bikes, Yamaha TTR 225, all very small displacement bikes compared to the almighty 1290 Super Duke R. And what's been weird is I've completely neglected this bike. This thing just sits in the garage, collects dust as I'm messing around and riding these little pit bikes. And so I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I wonder if this bike's less fun than the 390 Duke. And it's a very tough one. There's two sides of this coin. I would say if you're someone who goes onto the street and it wants to always be riding 100%, like all the time, every time you get out, you're just pinning its red line, every single gear and stuff, this bike is really not good, because that's not going to last long. Either you're going to crash because this bike is, you know, to ride it that hard you have to be a professional rider, to not crash, especially if you're going in corners and stuff. Where the 390 Duke, you can just absolutely just constantly pin that thing. I mean, we're in third gear right now, and holy crap, the acceleration right there is way harder than the 390 accelerates from zero, from, you know, its greatest acceleration. It's not even going to accelerate that hard. So if you're someone like that who just wants to always be pinning their bike, just going through the gears, just absolutely ripping first gear, second gear, just bah, bah. Yeah, the 1290 may not be a good, holy crap, this bike is good. May not be a good choice, because you can't be doing that, man. If you're ripping through every single gear, like imagine right now I'm going 80 miles an hour into this corner, you know, like, no, there's water right there. I mean, you can't be doing that. On the 390, you could be going in this corner at 40 miles an hour, and it's going to be feeling like you're flying, because you're going to be using so much more, a much higher percentage of what that bike is capable of. You know, you can't even really touch what this thing can do on the street. So yeah, I'm just sitting here, I'm thinking to myself, I love this bike. Don't get me wrong, I love the 1290 Super Duke R, and it's truly an amazing bike. But man, these really high displacement bikes kind of bring sadness on the road a little bit, because you can't do that. I mean, you're gonna go to jail, you're gonna get so many speeding tickets that you're not even gonna get insurance on you. So you kind of have to just, oh Jesus, I haven't ridden this bike in a while. You kind of have to ride, I don't know, like just 10% of the bike's potential. Like, you can't really ever just get after it. Kind of always having to just ride a fast bike slow, compared to the saying, you know, if you're riding that 390, you can ride that slow bike fast. You can just absolutely just get on it, just hammer it into corners, hammer it through the gears. And yeah, you may get some speeding tickets, but those speeding tickets aren't going to take you to jail. I mean, this thing, it gets up to 100 in like under 6 seconds. The 390 is probably going to struggle just to get to 100. You're probably going to need 30 seconds. Not trying to make fun to any 390 Duke owners, but you know, that bike's weak. Like, it doesn't have a lot of power, and that's not a bad thing. It's actually one of the attributes of it that I'm discussing. I've been riding this KX85, and I mean, that thing hauls. Two strokes absolutely haul, but I don't know, something about those small displacement bikes, just ringing them through the gears, kind of brings a smile that these big bikes can't, because you have to be so serious to ride these bikes 100%. I mean, you have to be on your A game, constantly focused. You can't let up any bit of any little bit of focus. You're gonna get absolutely, you're gonna be dead. Let's get some gas here. Oh yeah, another thing, gas. Speaking of gas, I mean, that 390 is gonna be way better. You're gonna be saving money, saving a lot of money on gas with that 390 compared to this big old 1290. This thing just sucks fuel. But yeah, I don't know, man. You know, at the end of the day, best thing to do would be, guess what? Probably just buy both. And on days where you feel like wringing out a bike on the streets, hop on that 390. And then on that day where you kind of want to treat yourself, hop on the 1290 and get a few rips in, but you're not going to be able to constantly rip it unless you want to go to jail. I mean, then maybe. Oh my gosh. I mean, that's just like, I'm not even like going 100% there. I'm short shifting and the thing just rips. Absolutely rips. But, you know, I just felt like making a video on the Super Duke. I really miss this bike, riding it, enjoying it. And, you know, at the end of the day, what would I rather have between the two? Of course, this bike. I mean, most people are going to say that. But, you know, those little bikes, you don't want to discount them, because some of the most fun I've had riding is in my early days of riding on that little CBR 250, because I could just wring that thing out, and going 95 miles an hour on it felt like going 200. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video on the 1290 Super Duke R. Let me know down below your opinions on that. Like, do you guys have more fun riding the high displacement, high horsepower bikes, or do you get more joy from riding the little bikes like the Groms, 250, stuff like that? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd like to hear your guys' opinion. And until the next video, ride safe, and catch you then. See ya. Bye.